I usually like tuck it way back and then don't touch it. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another Q&A. Why are you shaking your head for?
Yeah,
sorry.
It was super loud, man. I'm going to need to put
Sometimes
some
I
toilet
don't do
paper
it.
in my ear. You're talking normally. Just talk normally like a normal person.
I do. Yeah. I just try and start it off on the right tone. Otherwise, it's like, good afternoon, guys.
Think of all those kids at home with their earphones in. All right,
This is like when YouTubers turn the thing up and it goes like right in your ear. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another Q&A with myself and Paddy, where we have all of your questions and we're ready to answer a few.
Yep.
We're going to start off with, you actually.
I'm up first from Asha Ash. Where will Bale go when Real Madrid let him go? And will he be a top player again?
Whoever can afford him. I feel like there's he's really damaging his reputation.
We've had this discussion a couple of times actually, and to be honest, which clubs can actually can afford him and B want him?
I saw recently that they were willing to let him go on loan to Spurs
and pay quite a lot of his wages.
They just want him away from the club being toxic.
Yeah. That sounds like a really good reason to sign Gareth Bale, everyone.
Yeah, but then he also said that he's happy to... I dropped my phone last week as well. He said he's also happy to stay and just sort of wait it out if he doesn't get picked.
Because he's got a little par 3 golf course in his backyard and he's just sitting there chipping.
Yeah, but that's like making a complete mockery of his own career. I'm not a big fan of Bale for doing that.
You didn't really answer the question though. Where will he go if he leaves? Or when? Are you saying Spurs?
Yes, I would say Spurs.
Okay.
Will he be a top player again? I don't think so.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Right, next up from Navjot Singh, who said, can the new signing of Torgan Hazard, that is, not Eden, Schultz and Brandt make them, talking about Dortmund, overthrow Bayern Munich?
Popular question this week, wasn't it?
Yeah. By the way, thanks for reminding me. Every single one of you that wrote this question about Dortmund and about the 3 signings, thank you so much. Of course, you just had to pick one name to throw this out, but this is from all of you who mentioned it.
So, Navjot, this is in particular for you, but as you said, thanks to everyone. So, in short, I don't know. I really think that it's a really positive step by Dortmund. They've made a lot of big business very early on. I mean, the season is only just finished. What we need to actually sort of consider as well is that they've signed 3 players who will basically, maybe Hazard, but basically drop into that first 11 or be into that first 11 almost immediately at the same price or less than the same price that Bayern have signed Lucas Hernandez. So they've really made a good start to this transfer window with some good value as well. Quite funnily, actually, Julian Brandt probably the pick of the players among the 3. £10 million less than Chelsea paid for Danny Drinkwater.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty outrageous.
Makes you think that's deep.
I want to know how Dortmund have done it so quickly.
Yeah.
Why is this not the blueprint for every club?
Dortmund and Bayern have both stolen a march on many European teams by doing this. Yeah.
But how?
Yeah, they're just sorted. They're just well sorted. These Germans, man, they're efficient. They know
I
how
just
to
wonder
do it.
if you're another top team and you're the owner, you see this happening, you're like, I need to act fast before I miss out on loan more players. Pick up the phone. Do the business. What are you waiting for?
But also consider that the players that they've signed have had some speculation over them over the last couple of months as well. And the players that these clubs have come from also want this done with as well. They don't want the speculation raging all summer. They don't want to figure out if they need to buy a replacement or someone else. They want the business done too. So bing, bang, bang, everyone's happy, player, clubs, done.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Well done to them.
But yes, may challenge Bayern, but that depends a little bit on who they sign this summer too.
Oh yeah, true. We'll wait for their moves.
Yeah, good way to dodge the question. Yeah. So a quick fire, first one of the day from Nahid Ahmed. De Ligt or Militao?
I've seen more of De Ligt, and he's, Champions League semi-finalist captain.
Did you like the way I pronounced Militao there? I've just been to Brazil.
So you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is he Brazilian? He's Portuguese, isn't he? He's come from Porto.
And you know that they do speak
the same language. I'm fully aware,
Okay, Hermoso or Jonathan Tah?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going to go with Tah.
Just a bit more established, maybe?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. Hakimi or Chilwell? It's a great question, actually.
Ooh, yeah. Something's happening with Hakimi at the moment.
Yeah,
he really wants to go back.
He's on a 2-year loan. Started the season really well with Dortmund, but then sort of faded. A few injuries, got a little bit ahead of himself in a certain way, and then obviously Ben Chilwell. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go for Chilwell then.
Okay. Piontek or Jovic?
Jovic.
Ooh, yeah, and Piontek's had a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Still a goal scorer. Club one, PSG or Lyon?
Oh wow, that's sort of way out there.
Yeah.
Leon, I've liked a lot of their players for quite a while, especially the noughties team with like Juninho and Sidney Govou. That was a really good
100%, 100%. And Leon, of course, this summer we'll have a big summer in terms of transfers as well. A lot of stars there. Ferland or Benjamin Mendy?
I was going to say Mendy, but you pronounce it Mondi, so I'm going to say Benjamin Mendy.
I'm going with all the I'm just bluffing at this point, to be honest.
Just making up the names.
Yeah.
Furlong, great left back as well, but I'm just going to go Benjamin Mendy.
Okay.
If he can stay fit.
And if that's the way you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Eriksson, we lose Eriksson on a free or £80 million sell now?
Yeah, 80 million. Yeah.
What a surprise. Lucky we were sitting down for that answer. Neves or Ramsey?
Neves.
Yeah.
Oh, he's about 8 years younger as well.
Yeah.
7 years younger.
Ramsey's a great player, but Neves. Ten Hag or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Oh, Ten Hag.
Yeah.
I think Ten Hag's done more this season than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has in like his whole managerial career.
I think Nahid Ahmed, who asked those questions, there were a few trolls in there, I think.
Yeah. He's trying to catch us out.
He knows what he's doing.
Right, next up from Callum Music, who said, should Leroy Sané leave Manchester City? Might not be starting much, but is developing under the best manager and a great team, or is game time the most important?
I think he needs to stay. I think we'll see Sané play more of an active role with City as he develops under Pep, as long as Pep stays there, of course. I think Guardiola likes him. Sané can be a little immature, a little bit inconsistent at times, but he's played some fantastic football for City, as we know, and I think we'll see more of that, so I think he'll stay at City.
Also, on game time, I'm not sure he'd get more game time at Bayern.
Then again, with Robin and Ribéry both gone, there's a slot there. There are, two potential positions open with some competition, of course.
I was going to say, Gnabry and Coman look really strong.
Exactly, yeah. But I think he'll stay at Man City.
He'll stay?
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
My turn, of course, yeah. From Aditya Krishnan, are Man City ruining football?
Oh, what a topic this has been.
Yeah.
No, Manchester City aren't ruining football. There's been like a million teams forever like destroying their league and winning lots, and everyone's sort of panicking because they've done so well.
Yeah.
If they were destroying football, they'd win every game 10-0 and they'd never lose, but they're not like that. They were ran close by Liverpool, knocked out the quarterfinals of the Champions League, never been further than the semis in the Champions League. No one says this in any other league when teams are dominating. Bayern Munich and Juventus and PSG and whatever. And
PSG
maybe a little bit. Yeah. Also, people jumping on this is oil money and come from funded where Manchester City are from, acting like every other club and club owner in the world is completely
That doesn't necessarily make it right, of course.
It does not make it right at all, but... Yeah, I was going to say, no one's got like the cleanest of money.
No, I did see a nice tweet saying this year was the 10-year anniversary of Chelsea ruining football. And look what happened since. Yeah. So we've been through this with Chelsea. We've been through that with their money that came through Abramovich, and look where they are now. So hopefully the circle turns. But the gulf might be getting a bit bigger.
It does make it more difficult to attain that kind of level. But teams have done it before. Everyone's saying, Manchester United were heavily funded throughout the Fergie years. More so, it just wasn't so obvious.
Yeah, sure.
Remember when Blackburn won the title in '95? They literally bought everybody.
Yeah.
For that team.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through periods of domination.
Yeah.
Ruining football's very strong.
Next
up from Ishan Mane. No relation to Sadio, I don't believe.
Oh, you don't know that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You never know. Will a goalkeeper ever win the Ballon d'Or in the near future?
No.
Who's going to be close, do you reckon?
Well, if you take this season, then Alisson is probably the standout.
Yeah.
Maybe Jan Oblak at Atletico Madrid. But actually, I think that this has been a pretty poor season for a lot of big-name goalkeepers with big reputations. Manuel Neuer has had his injury problems. De Gea's colours have been lowered.
Yeah.
Courtois couldn't do what we expected him to do at Real Madrid. So a lot of goalkeepers actually probably have really struggled compared to previous years, the big name ones. And I think Alisson and Oblak are probably the two who stand out for me this season. Donnarumma could come good. We don't know what's happening with that, of course. But in short, I think it's hard enough for a defender to get in the top three of the Ballon d'Or. I think that for a goalkeeper, it's actually even
That's
tougher.
the thing. I'm trying to think out what the equivalent would be.
It's a shame, by the way. It'd be great if more defenders, goalkeepers were considered, but it seems to be an attacker's paradise.
You just can't sell
goals against like saves per minute.
No.
It just
it's a stats game.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Messi wins in the end.
Yeah.
From me, from Yusuf Chagtai, if Liverpool win the Champions League, well, it's a good little segue here. If Liverpool win the Champions League, will Van Dijk win the Ballon d'Or?
It's almost like someone planted these questions.
It's like it's so random.
Will Van Dijk win the Ballon d'Or? Well, no one actually knows the real definition of what wins you the Ballon d'Or, but...
Well, it's literally the votes of your peers.
No, it's not peers of the Ballon d'Or. That's FIFA the best. Ballon d'Or's the French magazine.
Yeah.
He fits all the criteria too.
Except for being a defender.
Yeah, except for being a defender. Winning PFA Player of the Year clearly shows just how well he's thought of in the Premier League. His Champions League form has been unbelievable.
Best defender in the world?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Champions League finalists, potential winners, certainly favourites for the final. Yeah, this is the one stupid thing about the Ballon d'Or. If you kind of close voting and say what he's won, he could like score 20 own goals at the start of next season. And technically he'd still fall into the category of a winner.
Sure.
But yeah, sure, I don't see any reason why not to. He's got stronger cases, hasn't he?
Yep, agreed.
There'd be nothing against him. Next up from Alistair Shalam, who said, do you think Santiago Munez move from Newcastle to Real Madrid was the right choice?
Is that dude out of goal?
The guy out of goal.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't seen it. When is it, like 10, 15 years ago?
Don't rush out and watch it. It's okay.
There's a film called Goal where a fictional player is signed to Newcastle, and then Goal 2, he moves to Real Madrid.
So doesn't he win the Champions League with Real Madrid? He has his problems, but I think they win the Champions League at the end.
Did they win the Champions League?
Now you don't need to watch it.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Santiago Munez, and he was like seen playing in
Who asked that question?
a park in Los Angeles. Alistair Shalam.
Yeah, nice try, Alistair.
Excellent.
Nice try.
I always see these memes, it's like only one person can help Real Madrid now. It's a picture of him.
Definitely couldn't hurt Newcastle United,
Some
by
of the
way.
goals he scored in that film.
Yeah. Few decent overheads. Check it out, even though I ruined the end. From Moise Estime, if Barca signed Griezmann, what does it mean for Dembele?
I'm not too sure, actually. I feel like it's a different position. Dembele will still be out wide.
Yeah, okay, but let's set this up. You know that Messi is still going to be quite central, and Griezmann and Messi, how are they going to go together? So let's say there's three up top, not necessarily who's going to play where.
Yeah.
Messi starts. Griezmann probably starts, which leaves one position for Suarez,
or
Dembele, or Coutinho.
Huh. One of them's going to be in midfield, I reckon.
Potentially, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's a number 10 in there and a 4. I don't know.
Does it have the possibility to restrict things for Dembele at Barcelona, though? To the extent where he might leave?
No.
Yeah.
I think... Personally, it's restricting for Suarez more than Dembele.
Suarez, I think, is still at a pretty good season, as we know, but not getting any younger. Coutinho's in trouble.
Coutinho's definitely in trouble, even without signing Griezmann. Yeah. I think that with Suarez aging a little bit, it'll be easier to push him out for those reasons. And if you want to look to the future, by not playing Dembele,
long season, exactly. Long season, I think he's going to get plenty of football as well.
Perfect. Right, next up from X Facto. Not sure it's X Factor, we've just missed the R.
Okay.
X Facto. Rate the possibility of these transfers on a scale of 1 to 5. Right, Nicolas Pepe to Arsenal.
1 being...
So 1 being lowest, 5 being highest possibility.
3.
Maxi Gomez to Spurs.
2.5.
We'll go half points as well. Yeah. Rakitić to Man United.
3.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just think Rakitić is one of the guys who will leave Barcelona. Yeah, one of the higher name, higher status guys.
Van der Beek to Real Madrid.
1.
I can't see that happening at all.
Yeah.
And Jasper Cillessen to Benfica.
Oh, I don't mind that actually. Cillessen on the move, good club for him to go. Champions League football, 3.5.
You really built that up like you were going to give it a 5.
I'll give that a 3.5.
Yeah, exactly. You really kind of defeated the build-up there. Okay. Fair enough.
From Cyrus Kursecki, and I definitely mispronounced that, but
I think that was quite good.
Did it phonetically at least. If Barcelona lose the Copa del Rey, will Valverde be sacked? Never got question chosen. Emoji crying face. You're on, Cyrus. You're finally on. You've made it.
It's your moment.
Turn that emoji frown upside down.
Will Valverde be sacked? Unfortunately, when it comes to the likes of Barcelona and PSG and Juventus as well,
you can win whatever you want domestically, but as soon as you don't win the Champions League, you have a poor showing, your job's on the line. So yeah, especially with losing the Copa del Rey as well, it doesn't look good for him, especially as Barcelona are obviously hell-bent on future planning at the moment. They will not stop talking about the future this, the future that, young signings, and unless they see Valverde in charge of this young team for the next 5 years, I can't see it happening.
Agreed.
See them getting rid of him. Next up from Kieran Walsh, who said, what are your thoughts on the rumour of Pep agreeing a 4-year deal at Juve?
So City actually just came out on this and said basically it's rubbish, that he is their coach, and that he's going nowhere. Now, of course, if Pep wants to go somewhere, he can go somewhere. He can easily quit in the next 2 minutes and find his way to Juventus. But the fact that this came with such a presence, this report, was really quite surprising. That being said, there were a few media companies in Italy that didn't pick it up, so I still don't think there's much there. I think he's going to stay at City. That being said, we know Pep is a little bit different. You know, he does things his own way and he likes a challenge. And the moment that he thinks that challenge is up at City, anything can happen. So I'm not convinced that there's no truth in it, but I still think he'll be at City next season. Yeah,
I feel like the magnitude of the club and the manager, I mean, the rumour's taken a lot more seriously, but it's still just a rumour for now.
Agreed.
Nothing concrete.
So, second last question from Zarina. Kagawa? No.
You've got Kagawa stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Typical Dortmund fan.
Kagawala. Yeah, better.
There we go.
Better. Who is going to replace Mauricio Pochettino if he goes to Juventus?
Now, this is looking far more likely to Juventus, Pochettino, than Guardiola. Wow. This would present a massive turning point for Spurs. The names that would have been linked when Pochettino first joined 5 years ago to the names that should be linked now as Champions League finalists should be light years apart. The kind of guys, you know, after Tim Sherwood left and Pochettino took over, and the names that are being bound down there. Now, if Spurs are really serious about being a top
You're talking
club,
Allegri, you're talking those sort of guys.
Allegri, who was the other name that Ten Hag was bounded around, could potentially leaving Ajax. Even someone, I'm talking a big sort of former experienced coach, even Louis van Gaal, even though he's retired, someone like that, someone like a massive name has to come in. When Pochettino was linked with moving to Manchester United last summer, Eddie Howe was thrown around. And I thought, you know what, Eddie Howe, good young English coach, different level.
Fair enough.
Taking Champions League finalists is a completely different level from Bournemouth.
So then, you know, really to put you on the spot, who would you take?
I would take Allegri.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't take Van Gaal, by the way. I should have picked up on that before. No one's going to take Van Gaal at the moment.
No, I'm saying he's retired now.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about that class of manager, like someone who's notorious for being around big clubs with a huge CV.
So Allegri it is.
I'm going to go for Allegri, a good old swap.
Quick question, just before we get to the last one, question from myself. So if Pochettino wins the Champions League, his stock obviously goes from here to here, even though it's already quite high anyway. He potentially also sees that he's done everything he could do at Spurs, because maybe the Premier League's out of their grasp for spending reasons. Would you take the Champions League trophy if it meant losing Pochettino, or would you rather lose the Champions League and keep Pochettino?
Oh, you win the Champions League, The chances of going to the Champions League final again are so difficult. Don't get me wrong, I love Pochettino. He's one of my favourite Spurs manager ever. But if he were to stay on for the next 20 years and still not win a Champions League, it'd be a complete waste of time. So,
and Tim Sherwood's still available anyway, so...
Tim Sherwood is. He's out gilet shopping. Right, final question. Here's a good one from Ritoras R. What kind of pizza do you like? This is the kind of content that we're going to end the show on.
This is why our average view ration's so high on this show.
It's plummeting right now. No one's even watching now.
I like all types of pizza, but I tell you, I'll give you an ingredient. Gorgonzola on a pizza. So a nice, mature, cheese. I think I like that. With maybe some Parma ham, just a tomato sauce, and maybe a couple of olives.
Anything hot, spicy?
I don't mind some spicy pepperoni or salami and stuff like that. but particularly with a nice mature cheese. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to set the comment section on fire by saying I don't mind pineapple on my pizza.
I knew you were going to say pineapple. Do you like tuna too?
Yes.
Oh, you're such an idiot.
Not together, but a bit of pineapple. It's quite sweet.
You would almost try them together, wouldn't you?
This could be potential for a future Q&A.
We need to cut this video now. This is a disgrace. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That is the cut.
Yeah.
We're out.
Lucky no one makes it to the end of these videos.
Yeah, true. Thank you very much for all of your questions. As always, make sure you look out for the community post every Wednesday evening where you guys can ask all of your Q&A questions. As for next week, Paddy will be back with Nico or potentially Ed.
Yeah, there'll be a bit of a rotating bench. It's a surprise. You'll wait and see. But Matt's not here. That's all you need to know.
I will be getting ready for the Champions League final in Madrid.
Yeah.
I'll be doing the face paint, the scarf.
Will you?
Everything.
Face paint? No.
I've grown out of that. Thank you so much for watching. Anyway, guys, as always, leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below, and we will see you guys soon.